It's time you just believe it. I got too many fakes, made lots of foes. These people cold. Talk down your dreams.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State in the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Dallas Cowboys. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Herbert to throw right away. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football.
Wow, just one snap in, partner, and the complexion of this game has already changed because for the defensive side, they just handed their offense a short field and a big early advantage. And even though it's only the first snap of the game, we're going to look back on this one and see if it has lasting effects as this game moves on.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Charger drive about to get going. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Herbert. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Herbert with a connection to Allen for a Charger first down. That catch is number 819 of his career. It ties him with Hall of Famer Steve Largent,
who did things largely below the radar. Not this guy. 819 catches. That speaks loudly and volumes.
Running on first down, Eckler. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. This defense for the Cowboys, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long, step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Herbert caught by Allen. Shoves him aside, and he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
From the 41, Herbert. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Herbert going to keep it on his sneak. Only a few inches needed on the sneak. He didn't get it, and now it's 4th down.
No gain. Quarterback sneak. No gain. Aren't you supposed to get something out of that?
Yeah, needed a full yard there. They'll run for it with Eckler. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. So the drive stays alive after the 4th down conversion. 1st and 10 inside the 30. Back to throw here, Herbert. He'll drop this one off to Eckler. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Well, this offense will definitely utilize him as a weapon out of the backfield because he was close to 100 yards receiving a week ago. So they will try to get him the football in space as they did right there.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now it's Herbert. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. Well, sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play.
And you can just see that whole play developing. That's where, as a defender, you just lock in on your target and say, I'm not even thinking about breaking stride. I'm running straight for the belt buckle because where it goes, that's where you find his body. And he was able to get in there and make a great play.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. He dumps it to Eckler underneath. And the Chargers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And coming into this ball game, this was an offense that wasn't just talking about the notion of ball control. They were preaching it. They wanted to win the time of possession battle, and they've done so here. This drive's taken up quite a bit in the first quarter. Now they are set up 1st and goal.
They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
I don't know about you, Brandon, but I often think to myself, in these situations, I want a back who can create his own space, who can break tackles, and in a sense, become his own blocker. We don't have that guy in the game right now.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was actually throwing game 101 right there. You challenge double coverage like that, you're liable to get burned. Fortunate, that was just incomplete.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Now Herbert, 3rd and goal. And he's got it. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. They snap it to Herbert. The quick slant caught. He's going to be stopped shy of the end zone. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone. And this Cowboy defense comes up with a goal line stand. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, just 2 series in here, Charles, but everything's gone to script so far. They got a touchdown on their first drive. Their defense holds, and now they've got a chance to take a 2-score lead.
And to co-sign with you, exactly the start they scripted up. And really, that kind of start, that can set the tone for the game for them.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
46.
Out of his end zone, Prescott. Open man downfield is Lamb. It's complete. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. Run of the jet sweep as Prescott bats it forward. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. The Cowboys at 10-5 to start play. And they have certainly got it rolling as of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And I think this is where, as a head coach, you show your team some trust. Instead of just talking about winning, the very next game, you point out to them, we're on a nice run here. And if we keep doing this, we'll be playing at home in the postseason. And we know that that could ride us all the way to the Super Bowl if we get that done.
A first down throw for Prescott. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great play there. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Chargers in good field position to start out. 1st and 10 at their own 42. Herbert. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. And he knocks the ball away and it falls incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
And that's why defensive coaches preach swarming to the football. It's usually going to take more than one guy to get that big man down.
And it did right there. Multiple broken tackles, but they eventually get him down. The Chargers on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll give the Chargers a first down.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the first down.
And as we say often, shows confidence in your offensive line. After the run, now Herbert to throw. Dancing to his left. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. A shotgun snap for Herbert. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They were starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Justin Herbert looking to pass. This is swung out to Eckler. And he's going to get this down near the 25. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit. But get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of there where all the big boys are. You know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. Herbert now. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Second and 10. Here's Herbert once more. And that's into the hands of Eckler. Touchdown! Austin Eckler, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Chargers are back within a score. The extra point up and good by Garibay. And that'll make our score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Throwing on 2nd down. Prescott. Pass to Tony Pollard out of the backfield. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 41-yard line. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the 1st.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
First down, Prescott. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-7. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it down by 2 scores. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Micah Parsons, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Back-to-back sacks have this place in a frenzy as they line up again 3rd and long now. Here's Herbert. He sets to fire deep. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And he will be out of bounds with no time remaining on what will be the final action of this first half. So we've reached halftime here on New Year's Eve as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
And they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
They'll run left with Pollard. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Prescott now. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll send a receiver in motion left. On 2nd down, Prescott again. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete. Still searching for that first interception in this game and down on the scoreboard. Remember, they won last week, and a big reason why they had 3 picks.
And one characteristic I've always noticed about great defenses is that they want to be the ones that have a huge impact on the game and actually lead their teams to victory. So you just noted 3 interceptions last week, and they won. And a little extra
pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down. Here's Brian Anger now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Once more, here's Eckler. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. That one a first down pickup of 8.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Here's Herbert. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys 36. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. DeMarcus Lawrence just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
Well, Brandon, sometimes I think when we watch games, we're actually watching a living museum because we're seeing the evolution of positions almost with each passing game. How about defensive ends nowadays and the way that they can run almost all the way across the field?
It is unbelievable, isn't it? I mean, they're so strong, but they're so lean, they can move so quick with those bodies.
It's almost unfair. You're supposed to be able to know where a defensive end is supposed to be on every play. These guys flash so quickly, you're not sure where they're going to end up.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Herbert out to his left. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Cowboys are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he throws.
They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
On play action, Prescott. Throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Pushes past him. 50 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Play action now. Prescott. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Kenneth Murray from that outside linebacker spot gets in there. It's a loss of 9. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Pollard going to try the right side. A 4-yard pickup that gets him going forward, but still 15 yards left on 3rd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces, and I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down and get...
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. With that one, anything but a frozen rope to the outside, and it winds up an interception.
And these are the ones you hope for as a defender, because he's got clear sailing in front of him to return this one a long way. And he sets his guys up in good shape with a terrific return.
And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler, his 2nd touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And the Chargers have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. The extra point up and good by Garibay. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From the 10. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, 1-score game.
Man, if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. 23 yards the pickup there.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Joey Bosa, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
Well, partner, I would say just avoid play action, but that's not just been the problem. This defense, they've been getting pressure on all types of pass plays and really piling up the sacks in this contest.
They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Prescott. He wants it all for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here's Brian Anger now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And it feels like the momentum has shifted. They scored, then their defense forces that last punt. And now a chance to tie the game on this possession. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on 1st down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. It's Eckler again. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 62 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Let's go.
Herbert setting up to throw on 1st down. He'll find Everett there, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 yards for number 11. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. Now they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. 12 more yards there and another 1st down. With that last effort, he topples the 5,000-yard mark for his career.
And that doesn't place you among the absolute greats that have ever played the game, but it's a significant achievement and a very, very solid career.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now it's Herbert. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Herbert. Quick strike to Eckler. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 25-yard line. They go back to the ground now with Eckler. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Herbert going to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And the Chargers are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
That's a nice job right there, partner, because they were able to work down the middle of the field, working in the seams, because I think defensively they were guarding the sidelines, trying to keep them from getting out of bounds. They took what they gave them, and it was successful.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
And I don't think he got in. The big bodies up front held him at the 1. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. This Cowboy defense trying to hold him out of the end zone. They've run it to 3rd and goal. Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And he is across and in for the score. And now they can tie the game in the final stages with the extra point.
Or they can go for 2 and go for the win.
He missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. So the onside kick will come with 17 seconds to play. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. A big mistake in that spot. You got to let it go, Tim.
They didn't give themselves a chance. They had an opportunity, touched it first. Now they're in a really bad spot.
Victory all but assured now as they take a knee here, and they're going to escape with a 1-point victory. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And it was a game where they got out to a pretty good-sized lead, and then they had to hang on for dear life at the end.
Not exactly how you would draw it up. You would continue to score and find ways to keep your lead pretty well throughout the game. But they did find a way to win, as you noted. Hung on at the end as the big rush came at them. Fortunately enough, they put enough points on the board to have enough of a cushion that they're able to survive what happened in the 4th quarter.
So for Dallas, they improved to 11-5 now with 1 week remaining.